is this meat really red? This meat, we are always told that it is red meat. But is this meat really red? And if it is red, could it be that you could be eating blood in your meat? Could I have eaten blood in my meat all these years? Is this meat really red? Is it this meat really red? Yes, we can see it is red meat, as we have been told. But is this meat really red? And is it possible that we have eaten a lot of blood in the meat? What happens to our meat? What happens to our red meat if we wash it out in cold water? If we wash it out in cold water, what really happens? And it is all cut up. You can see the enhancing redness of the meat. And now I'm going to add our cold water. I'm going to add our cold water in our meat. And we leave it to soak and drain out all the fluids out of its tissue. We'll leave it in the water, soaking, and then we'll come and check on it and see what is happening to our meat. This will tell us whether our meat is truly red. The results will tell us what is the color of our meat. It may take a little bit slow to drain out. And you can see already what is happening to the meat. The meat is fading in redness. The meat, you can see it is no longer as red as it was when we started. When we added the water, the meat was quite dark red. But you can see the meat is losing that redness. And as we continue to let it stay in the water, you'll continue seeing what is going to happen to the meat. So this is about 30 minutes now. You can see how red the water has become. You can see how our clear water has acquired the redness of the meat. And because the only red thing in the meat is blood, that means that elements of blood had remained in the meat, and they are draining out into the clear water to make our clear water red. You can still see what is happening to the meat. It is slowly losing its redness. The meat is slowly losing its redness. You can see that the meat is not as red as it was. Now I'm going to drain out this water so that I can add another portion of clear water, and then so here is the meat. It looks, the redness is quite mild. It has lost most of its color. It has lost most of its reddish color. In fact, through the camera, it seems still like it is red, but in real essence, when you look without the camera, without the lens of the camera, you see that the meat has lost a lot of that redness. So I'm going to add some more water, cold water, and leave it again to elute all the redness into the clear water for another 30 minutes. You can see how the second water has become red again, just almost with the intensity of our first portion of rinsing water. Ask yourself, where is this red coming from? Where is this red coming from? Could this red be blood in the meat? Could it be blood trapped in the meat? And when we buy meat from the butchery, we are accustomed to eating red meat. And even science talks a lot about the red meat. And also to remember what the Word of God has said about eating of meat, that we should not eat meat with blood in it. So I'm going to leave this second portion still eluting slowly, and then after 30 minutes, I will drain it out, and I'm going to put another third portion so that we may see what happens. Almost 30 minutes, maybe 30 to 40 minutes. You can see how our second water looks like. You can see how our second water, which was clear, for rinsing this meat, it was fresh meat, and really bloody water was oozing out of it. And you can see what has happened to the second rinsing water for this piece of these pieces of meat. I'm again going to drain out this water, and I'm going to add another third portion of cold water. I've drained out the second water, and the camera shows like there's a tinge of red or pink in the meat, but without the camera, it shows a different picture. And you can truly see that the meat has become very, very, very pale. There's still traces of blood in the meat, so we are going to add a third portion of water, of clear tap water. That is clear tap water. You can see I have not put any tree tomato in it or any red dye in that water. That water is as clear as it came from the tap. And we are going to leave it again for 30 to 40 minutes. You can see here it is giving you a good picture of the paleness of how much redness that meat has lost. And that redness is not necessarily the color of the meat. You will realize that that redness is not the color of the meat. It is blood in the meat. It is blood trapped in the meat. Meat is always very bloody, but there are times when you may buy meat that is not too bloody. And when it is too oozing with bloodiness, I always like to rinse it with hot water. This time I just decided to make this demonstration with cold water. With cold water, with time, we see what really happens. You can see even from the camera that the meat has become very, very, very pale. The meat we are rinsing, this is the third wash. The meat has become very, very, very pale. And even if I allow it to go for another fourth wash, you will see that there's still more blood coming out from deep within. This examination, I can see you have participated in it. You have seen what it is that is going on. And it is an information for you and me to learn and see and ask oneself, is it truly that I've been eating blood with the meat? Is it the meat? Is it the red meat? Red meat, is it the color of the meat, or is it just bloody meat? And have I been eating blood in the meat? So I allow it to go for 30 minutes, and then I will put the last wash. I'll put the last fourth wash. So out of the camera, the meat has lost most of the color. It is left with a tinge of pinkiness. And now I'm going to add the last wash. This is the fourth wash. I'm not going to do another wash because it may continue for a long time. But at least the demonstration has helped us to see, and every person can choose and decide. When you look at the meat like this, it looks clean. It looks just clean, and when you're handling it without too much bloodiness, you do not have a lot of bloodiness in the utensils and on the kitchen tops. We have seen that the blood carries a lot of microorganisms. The blood carries a lot of toxins. And so it is not good to have too much blood on the kitchen tops, too much blood in all the items. It may not be rinsed properly. So when one has handled meat, it is very important to rinse out all the articles that one has used and wash your hands thoroughly before touching other things. So let us add more clear water. You can see that my water is as clear as day, and I have not put any beetroot or any tree tomato in it. It is as clear as it has come in the tap. You can see how clear it is. And this is the last wash. This is the fourth wash. This is the fourth wash. You just rinse it out. You just leave it again for 30 minutes and we will see what happens. Thank you so much for your participation and may God greatly bless you. And I trust that you have learned something and this video has been of some advantage to you. I'm very pleased to have been able to do this and to do this work with you and to do it for you and also for myself. Thank you so much and may God bless you and goodbye. Please share if this a video is of great value to you. Please share it with your family and friends, and please remember to subscribe to my channel. I keep forgetting to ask people to subscribe. Please remember to subscribe. Bye. Goodbye. That is the end result of our meat. After washing it, doing 4 washes, leaving it for about 40 minutes to elute out all the blood. You can see what it is that you are left with. We started with real red meat, but now you can see like your meat looks like these pieces of chicken meat, almost whitish. You could still elute it further, leave it longer, even 5 times, and obviously it will become whiter and whiter. And so you can clearly see and conclude for yourself that the meat that we call red is really looks red because of the trapped blood. Looks red because of trapped blood. And I think it's advisable in this era to really rinse out your meat because there are many microbes even in the meat. There are many toxins even in the meat, and you may elute most of it with the blood water. Thank you so much. I'm very appreciative. I'm very glad that you're able to participate. I'm glad that you're able to open up the channel and listen and take part. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, to this video. And if this video is really helpful for you, please share it with your family and friends. May God greatly bless you. Goodbye. This is our end product. I'm just packing it. Just packed it to put it in the freezer and preserve it for use. You can see how whitish, how much of the redness that we have lost after rinsing out the meat for 4 times by removing all the excessive blood from the meat. This is ready for for preserving in the freezer and even using, handling it without it being so bloody. Anybody can handle it very easily. Thank you very much and goodbye.